Happy Thursday. It is October, so I'm wearing pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Shout out to my Aunt Jill, who has beat breast cancer, and numerous friends that have as well, Margot Brown and Sarah Seeley, so many people that I know, friends and family. So Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Thursday thoughts. These are for buyers. This is going to be, it's not going to be extremely long, but it's going to be kind of long, and it's a Thursday thought. If you're a buyer looking to buy resale or new, but let's say you're specifically focusing on new construction. Let's say as a buyer, your name is Bob and Sue. Bob and Sue are out browsing. They're out trying to figure out where they want to buy. They're getting a feel for neighborhoods. They walk into a sales center, and one of the questions asked by whether it's a builder's agent or the realtor that's there is, are you working with a realtor? And your answer is, no, not yet, not sure, I don't know. And they say, well, if you don't have representation, we can use that money and take it off the price of your home. Or we can use it as a savings in some way for you if you do not have representation. You go to Whispering Pines, or a neighborhood like Whispering Pines, which is my neighborhood that I manage, have for 7 years, and you walk into myself and my team, ask you the same question. Are you working with a realtor? Do you have representation? I'm asking because I want to make sure I follow Georgia law, and all communication goes directly to your realtor, whom is representing you, and not directly to you, because that's law. I cannot speak with you when you're represented. I'm not asking Bob and Sue buyers so I can convince you not to use representation by dangling a money carrot in front of you and saying if you don't have somebody, then it will have a savings on your purchase. There's so much noise for buyers right now, so much noise. There's so much noise in terms of interest rates being high. Should we use a preferred lender, not a preferred lender? What's the benefit? Do I have a realtor? Should I use a realtor? Am I paying their commission? Am I not paying their commission? Should I use a builder's agent? Should I not use a builder's agent? What's the difference between a realtor and a builder's agent? Y'all have so much noise. My personal and professional opinion on this. Why create another question in a buyer's mind by saying, if you don't have representation, you can get money off of your home in some way, whether it's a sales price or, you know, incentive, because they're not paying a realtor, they're then going to get that back to you. You then lose your biggest advocate. You then lose a licensed realtor that abides by a code of ethics. You then lose the people like myself who are an expert in new homes, who know this industry, that know exactly what they should and shouldn't do. You lose all of that because somebody is dangling a money carrot in front of you and saying, well, if you don't have somebody and you use Y over here, then you get money off your home. Never in my 15 years has any of my builders, local builders, ever said, Brittany, I want you to promote if they don't use you or use somebody else, that I will give them X off my house by not being represented. No. Buyers have so much noise that they have to swim through to figure out, is this the best purchase? Am I doing the right thing? Do I have the best rate? Do I have the right representation? Should I be represented? Should I not be represented? Should I look online and just do it myself? Should I? No. You absolutely should always be represented by a realtor or by someone that's representing you as a customer. If you come out to Whispering Pines and I ask you if you have a realtor, that's because I want to make sure that if you do have one, I respect them. I want that done to me. If you don't have one, I want to earn your business as a customer, because the builder would be my client in that scenario. If I drive out of Whispering Pines and show you any other neighborhood that's new, you would be my client. And then we would then do a buyer's brokerage agreement, exclusive buyer's brokerage agreement. I would get you under that. But by no means would any of my builders ever say, if they don't have representation, we will give them money off a house that they want. We will give them some kind of incentive. No. Buyers, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't do it. You guys should have a choice. You always have a choice. You have the power to make your own decisions. If you want to be represented, you be represented. There's numerous types of representation out here at Whispering Pines. If Bob and Sue walk in, I've said this twice now, let me say it for a third time. You walk in and I'm representing the listings out here, aka the builder, and you walk in and I earn your business. I'd be representing you as a customer, still representing you as a customer. I drive out of this neighborhood and you want to work with me, you would then be my client. I put you in an exclusive buyer brokerage agreement. But for people to wave carrot of money in these buyers' faces and say that if you don't have proper representation, that we can save you money, we can do this incentive. I don't like it. I don't agree with it, because Bob and Sue, the buyers in the situation, are already swimming through so much noise. Where should I buy? Why should I buy? Who should I use? Who should I not use? What about my loan? Should I do it online? What about the rates? What about the insurance? It is too much. It is too much. And I'm here to tell you right now, if I ever have the opportunity to represent you as a client or customer, I take it very seriously. Very, very seriously. And I hope all you buyers out there know, at the very end of this video, let this be a reminder for my Thursday thought that you have a choice. And if somebody dangles a carrot in front of you and says that we will give you XYZ if you don't have the representation, it should be a red flag. It should be a red flag. You should have the option to use whomever you want. Just be honest about it. I've done so many videos. Just be honest about it. That's why I ask. I don't ask so my builders can give you a savings or not pay a realtor or the deal stays in-house and we can work with you exclusively. I say it so if you do have a realtor, I respect that realtor. My communications go to that realtor on your behalf, because that's Georgia law. That's real estate law. If you don't have representation, then I want to earn that. Keyword again is earn. So it does bother me to where I felt the need to do a video on this Thursday on my way out to my appointment and just let everybody know that you have a choice. Don't be fooled. Don't be silly. You have a choice. You have a choice on who you use. There's incentives and benefits, but never should you feel like you have to choose between being properly represented as a client or customer to save money on your home. That's just not fair. I'm curious. DM me, put a note down here, text me 706-631-1983. I'm curious if recently, and by recently I mean that past 6 months to a year, have you been shopping, looking at real estate, and this has been offered to you? Let me know. I hear it's happening a lot, and while it is possible and can happen and could be a good promotional marketing tactic, it's also not fair to the buyer. It's not fair to the consumer to where you feel like you have to choose between savings on your home and being properly represented. So let me know. I'm curious. Know buyers that you guys have rights and you guys should be protected. Whether you're being represented as a buyer or you're being represented as a customer, you're still being represented. And yeah, that's all I have on this Thursday for my Thursday thoughts. I just know it's happening more and more. It was brought up in our meeting today, and I'm just curious if you as buyers are the Bob and Sue of the world, where you feel like you're swimming through noise and you feel compelled to use somebody that you would not have used because there would be a house savings. Let me know. I would love to educate you on the difference between a client and a customer. I do them every single day. I represent people at Whispering Pines all the time as a customer when the builder's my client. I represent my clients as clients outside when it's not my listing. But they're still represented, and they get me and my team educating them, fighting for them, helping them, guiding them, making sure they're with the best people to get them the best rates to close on time. I think it's wrong. I don't like it. It's a tactic and I don't like it. What are your thoughts?